And I just want to leave it with this. You and I have talked about this in the past. I told you about how at one point I had the bright idea to buy a kilo of cocaine with a friend of mine, and he ripped me off right off the bat, and for $17,000 actually. And
it must have been the late 80s.
This was 98. He actually brought the kilo over to my house and claimed that there was, it wasn't pure or whatever. And then at that point, I just never saw my money again. And for the longest time, I was bitter about this. And it wasn't until that interview with you when you said, had he not ripped me off, I would probably have gone to prison. And it just put the whole thing in such a perspective for me that
he did you a favor.
He actually did me a favor. That $17,000 kept me out of prison, which is a price that I think most people would pay.
I would have paid it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was such an epiphany when you said it, that I really think about that all the time.
You just think if you'd have did good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's just say we flip that kilo. Let's get 2 kilos this time. Let's get 3 kilos. Let's get 10 kilos.
Then 100.
Let's get 100. This job I'm doing, that's, I was probably making $150,000 a year back then. I had my own company. It's like, why bother going to the office and doing all this heavy lifting when I could just overlook a drug deal every so often, make way more. And I've never gone to prison. My life has gotten to the point where $17,000 really has no effect on me.
Well, I could imagine if I wouldn't have did 20 years.
Yeah.
Where I would be now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's interesting how how a small decision
affects the rest of your life.
Affects the rest of your life. Where, yeah, if you had gotten just ripped off the bat and you said, okay, this drug thing ain't for me.
I did get ripped off, but I didn't stop.
But you got ripped off. You got ripped off for like $100. I got ripped off for $17,000.
Yeah, I didn't stop.
Yeah, I stopped. I said, that's okay. It's not for me. And I just want to thank you personally for kind of putting it all in perspective for me, because it was something that I wrestled with for years.
That's my job.
Yeah.
Is to put things in perspective for people.
Yes, sir. I salute you for that.
So that they feel better about whatever situation they're in.
I love it. Freeway Ricky, it's always a pleasure and an honor whenever you come through. Stay safe out there. The coronavirus is still spreading. It hasn't been slowed down. Take it seriously. And I'm just hoping that our next interview, we could talk about how there's no more coronavirus and we've all gotten through it. And we're a better society. I think ultimately, as a society, the whole world will improve, where people will be more careful, will wash their hands more,
well, hopefully it brings us together.
And will bring us together.
Because if we were all one when this pandemic broke out in China, we'd have been over there helping them solve that problem and helping them curtail it.
Yeah, instead of Trump tweeting calling it the Chinese virus, which it's not a Chinese virus, it's a virus.
Yeah, so hopefully it does that for us.
Yeah, I agree. Freeway, until next time. Peace.